Hey, welcome back. It's Mina, and this video follows a week of many amazing, extremely low effort breakfast recipes. I highly recommend you try at least one of these. You won't regret it. Feel free to click thumbs up if you have a second. And now let's get into these ideas, which are kindly brought to you by Squarespace. Monday's breakfast consists of a fun toast idea that I wanted to share, plus this amazing iced coffee drink. Yes, it's the middle of winter where I live, but that's what blankets and hot water bottles are for. Okay, first I place these spelt English muffins into the toaster. Meanwhile, I cut a banana into slices, and I also put together 1 to 2 instant espresso shots. I miss my coffee machine dearly. It's broken. It has been for some time. Anyway, the toast idea is super simple. Biscoff spread, the banana slices, plus a drizzle of white tahini and some sesame seeds. The night before, I made this brown sugar cinnamon syrup that I saw on my For You page recently, and I drizzled a tiny bit of that onto the toast as well. The syrup is insanely easy to make. In a medium pot, you simply place brown sugar, water, vanilla, and cinnamon.
Oh my god, we're empty!
I like the container so much, I'm probably just gonna refill it with more cinnamon. Bring everything up to a quick boil, and then allow the syrup to simmer for 5 to 10 minutes. Then transfer this to a heat-proof jar, heat-proof in all caps, and let it cool overnight. To a smaller jar, I'm adding ice cubes, plus the 2 instant espresso shots, and 1 to 2 spoonfuls of the syrup. Now seal the jar tightly and shake it up until it's nice and foamy. And then pour this over a glass filled with more ice, milk of choice. The syrup can of course be added to anything, like any coffee, any type of matcha, Earl Grey, chai, hot chocolate type drink. But you can also just use it like you would maple syrup, so drizzle it on top of oatmeal, on top of pancakes. The Biscoff is super sweet and the tahini is quite bitter, and so I think those two go super well together. Same night, I'm putting together a jar of overnight oats. So I'm mixing together oats, chia seeds, salt, almond aroma drops, or almond extract, which is going to give everything a sweet marzipan flavor. Also some unsweetened soy yogurt, protein powder, oat milk, and a little bit of agave syrup. And also some chocolate chips. In the morning, I added a banana here, and I also had some matcha and grapes on the side. And then I was headed to a little tattoo appointment. Someone asked me to do a tattoo tour. Most of my tattoos don't have a deeper meaning beyond me just thinking that they're cute, and so that also applies for this new one. I got a little fairy, and it turned out so sweet and delicate. Wednesday's breakfast was this simple yet fancy mushroom and thyme toast. Alright, so first off, I am mincing a clove of garlic. I brought a nonstick skillet with some vegan butter to medium heat. Then added the garlic plus some thyme leaves, and I allowed that to cook for about 3 minutes before adding some chopped mushrooms, and then I gave that another 10 minutes. In the meantime, I cut up a few slices of bread, and then onto that I added some vegan cream cheese. Although I think I would have preferred hummus or simple vegan butter instead. I just think that that fits better to mushrooms. But anyway, speaking of the mushrooms, I added those. They barely fit. I also added some basil, sesame seeds, and extra salt. I think this is one of those toasts where you should eat them with like a knife and fork, but I'm not going to. Next up, we have another savory breakfast idea. I want to say this is my favorite recipe from this entire week. It's for this super easy to make gochujang scrambled tofu wrap. First, crumble up a block of firm plain tofu. Add cornstarch and salt, and some red pepper flakes, or gochujang if you have it. Give this a quick mix. Next, add the unsweetened soy yogurt, mustard, and vinegar, and mix again. Make sure a non-stick skillet is preheated to medium heat with a little bit of oil, and then add the tofu mixture and allow everything to cook for around 8 minutes, stirring frequently. In the meantime, in a separate bowl, combine gochujang and hot water. Pour this over the now slightly crispy tofu. Mix everything up well and allow this to cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. You can add this to toasts, salads, bowls. I decided to use this as a wrap filling. So to my tortilla, I first added a layer of hummus, then some fresh baby spinach, then the tofu, or as much of the tofu fit. And then I also quickly combined some unsweetened soy yogurt with olive oil, vinegar, salt and pepper. I also added some spring onion and sesame seeds. I did not have much time, so I had to take this with me because I had plans with my friend Charlie to do some co-working / co-studying.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Friday's recipe was super fun. This is a quick banana chocolate matcha yogurt bowl. First, I peeled a banana, then I cut it in half and mashed up one of the halves using a fork. Then I added oats, chia seeds, salt, cacao powder, a little bit of the syrup that I made the other day, but you could just use rice syrup, agave, maple, you know. Mix well, then bring a non-stick skillet with a bit of oil or butter to medium heat. Add the oat mixture, spread it out somewhat evenly, and then let this cook for 1 to 2 minutes before mixing everything up. And then you're just gonna repeat this process until everything is cooked through. In total, I would say let it cook for 6 to 8 minutes. I served my makeshift granola on top of some unsweetened soy yogurt that I added matcha powder and agave syrup to. And this just gives it a really fun color and also a subtle matcha flavor that I think goes really well with the banana and chocolate. I randomly joined an album club. So basically everybody submits an album that they like, and then every single week we have to go through the album and rate each songs and the artwork. Everything basically happens in this insanely detailed Google spreadsheet. This week we're listening to adult jazz. It has been so much fun, and I've already discovered so much new music that I would have never listened to otherwise. The album that I submitted, we haven't done yet, but I was gonna do Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain, because I feel like the people that are in this, they like somewhat weird eclectic stuff, and I love Ethel Cain so much. Oh my god, I'm gonna continue to eat this and listen to my songs. For Saturday's breakfast, I decided to recreate a TikTok recipe. The original video will of course be linked down below, but it's for this protein cookie dough. In a bowl, combine plain or vanilla yogurt, almond or peanut butter, almond flour, which I didn't want to buy because it's ridiculously expensive. I just went with ground almonds instead. Also a little bit of brown sugar, salt, protein powder, and then I gave this a good mix. Then I folded in some chocolate chips. Now put this into the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. It's of course not real cookie dough, but it is a fun way to spice up your breakfast, especially if you're ever craving more of a dessert type meal. I woke up at 12 on Sunday for good reason. I went out and stayed out for a really long time, which is a rare occurrence for me these days. Usually I am the first person to leave any function as soon as the clock strikes 11. Not this time for some reason. I had a really good time in an attempt to dance away the horrors of the world, at least for a little bit. Regardless, here is my post-club breakfast. We've got a lemon and thyme tea, some vegan chicken nuggets, toast with butter and salt, which I was especially craving. And then I also had a green apple with this lightly sweetened peanut butter dip. It's a really fun selection. And that was my week. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, this might be random, but I made a Substack. I haven't posted on there yet, but I really want to. This platform, it intrigues me. It's a platform mostly filled with writing and pictures, so I think there's a lot I could do there. Let me know if you use it as well. The link to my profile is in the description. But yeah, big thank you to Squarespace for continuously supporting me and sponsoring this video. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform helping you to build, develop, and grow your online brand and business. Start by browsing through their many different, beautifully designed website templates. Choose one and tailor it to your liking. You can create your own logo within Squarespace as well. Also, Squarespace makes it super easy for you to sell bonus hidden content such as courses, memberships, videos, podcasts, etc. Simply decide whether you want to charge a one-time fee or a subscription. And if you need any help along the way, don't hesitate to reach out to their 24/7 award-winning customer service. Start today. Visit squarespace.com/MinaRome and use the code MinaRome to get 10% off your first website or domain. That is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!